Fish fam, it's Rob with the Freaks Aquariums. Today I'm coming to you with a dual kind of unboxing. What I'm going to show you today, and of course it's always backwards, this is the Beamsworks DA80 with the timer option already in it. 65k, 110 to 120 with the black housing. Now the funny thing is I ordered the 36 on accident and I noticed the lumens on that were 5,000. Here they're only 48,000. Of course you're losing a few inches, so therefore you're losing a few LEDs. So the light on Amazon is about $48, $49 complete. Can't beat that if you're trying to save a buck on your aquariums. Now this one is a 30-inch. It's going on my 29-gallon shrimp tank alongside the NICREW-ClassicLED that I have on there. I just want to get more lights because I have slightly higher than medium plants that I'm hoping I can save. So I'm going to run these two lights, dial them in once I start, if I start seeing algae. So let's take a look at this. They pack it box within a box. So I had a fun time trying to get all this stuff in the other box when I returned it. So attention to detail. Pay attention when you're ordering. I would advise doing it when you're alone in a room and alone with your thoughts, so that you don't do what I did and order the 36. I will say that top seller was very quick. I took it to the local UPS store. I gave it to them. They waited, slapped the sticker on it, sent it back. The minute that they got the return via email, they automatically refunded me my money. So I turned around and ordered this. So this is how it comes packed. Power cord, your light. I don't necessarily agree with putting your connections like they have here on the LED side of the light. You're asking for trouble. Plastic feet. Your power brick. Little indicator up top that'll turn blue once it's on, and it'll tell you it's ready to go. I will say on the last one, just to see how it looked on the tank before I sent it back, this bad boy, this power brick, got really hot. At first it was warm and then it got hot. So I'm hoping that's not the case with this one. So as you see, definitely a thin design, aluminum end caps. The only thing that's plastic on here is this cap that your legs will go into, and of course the shield. So it definitely looks like there's no damage from having the pieces on top. Looks like there's a little scratch or something right there. If you'll be able to see it right there, but that's not going to affect the light. So as I mentioned, it had the timer option available. So right here, you take this cap off and you plug in the timer and you set your timer up, which I actually have the timer because I ordered that and then messed up the light. So I got the light with the timer, and so be it. So we've got this, and I'll show you how the timer goes in and how that works. Also has, if you don't want to use a timer or spend the money, you have on off, 3 positions. You have your white, middle is off, other side is blue. So it lights up just the blues. With that being said, $4 and change, you can go to Walmart, get a timer, plug it in, and not even have to worry about the timer. Now, my NICREW light that this is going alongside actually has, and you can check it out in the other video, is a dimmer and timer. And it definitely, I have it dialed in now because my nano fish, my green neons, and my dwarf emerald rasboras, and there's something else in there and I can't remember what it's called, they're actually coming out. I see the shrimp swimming around a lot more, so that light's working. It definitely is growing plants, but I noticed my mermaid weed and my scarlet is not doing too well. So let's plug it in and take a look and see how bright this bad boy is. So here we go. I'll do it this way so I don't blind you. All right, so there is the blue and whites bouncing off the wall back there. And then here is the middle position, and then the all blue position. It's not too bad. It's definitely bright. I feel like, what's his face from Pee Wee Herman? Mecca like a high, Mecca Heidi Ho. At any rate, that is the blue. Kind of a purple hue to it, but I think that is because of the video or for the camera. And we get blinded by the light. So as you see, it's definitely a bright light because the room I'm in now, as you saw, I turned the light off. So now let's get this on the tank and see just how bright it is. All right, so here is the Beamsworks timer, which we remove this. So as you see, only one connection. Make sure that you line those pins up in that little groove, which I don't know if you'll be able to see it amongst. All right, so that's aligned. Screw that into there. Now what's cool about this is suction cups. So they slide and snap into this place. So now you can stick this timer anywhere you want it. Makes life a lot easier. The only thing I kind of wish, like the NICREW, instead of this being on the opposite side of your tank, that everything was down on that end together with the power brick. But not so much the case. Programming is pretty much like setting your clock. You're basically going to hold, unlike the NICREW, you have 4 buttons on the NICREW. Here you only have the 2. You have your hour and minute. So by holding them both together, puts it into operation mode, adjust your time, hour, minutes, on, off. I think it's P1 or F1 and F2 on what segment light you're using, if you're going to just run your whites, if you're just going to run your blue. Alright, so we have it set up. Now, like I was saying about really liking to have the timer and everything on this side, as the NICREW is hooked right into the power switch, right up into the light. So you can see here quite the difference in height. At first I thought, like, why is this isn't fitting? But you can slide these up as far as you need to get this to rest on top. So the timer, as I mentioned, comes off the other side, but at least with the suction cups, stick it where you want it. So we'll plug this in. All right, so it is set up, timer is connected, both lights are on. So the reason for the additional light was, as you can see, some of these higher light plants just weren't doing too good. This I got from locally from a friend. That's actually doing a lot better than the one that I had in the back. The other day I went through and kind of was pulling off the dead, and it looks like I probably pulled out pretty much all of it. It basically died back except for way back there. But there you have some jungle valve, sword, tiger plant, jungle valve red species, hydro spermon, something like that. He gave me that. I didn't order it, so I couldn't tell you what it was. The Java mat, they're still doing pretty well. As you can see, some of the moss has that tuft algae on it. So now that I have the second light, I've got to dial in the lighting for both lights so that, you know, I can do away with that. And you can see all this biofilm and stuff from the food decaying. This is black diamond blasting sand. You can see a molt right there from one of these guys. At any rate, back to the light. So as you can see, there's quite a size difference. There's the Beamswork, there's the NICREW. So I really wanted this in the back side to really hit these plants in the back. The only problem is due to the height, I couldn't do it. So as you see here, decent amount of height, no problem. It's gonna do what I need to do. As you can see, there's no dark spaces other than some shadows in there, which is perfect for the nano fish because they get kind of skittish. So as I mentioned, you know, you do have your manual, which does nothing until you set your buttons up. So everything comes down into your box. But as you see, definitely a height difference between the NICREW Classic LED and the Beamsworks DA80. Now the only difference here is, so you can actually see, 3-position switch similar. Now this is set up on the timer. This is a timer dimmer. Look how thin that is. And this is in function mode, so it'll turn on what time I have it set to, and it'll turn off tonight to the time that I have it set to. The one good thing is I can override it right here. So leaving that off, as you can see, might be too much. There's some darkness in the back half. Most of the light is coming down right here. Not a whole lot of space to move it, which is why I wanted it the other way. I mean, I could pull this off, get another double side, put it on, but it's not worth it. So at any rate, there's the light with both the blue and the whites on. It's kind of got, let's make sure I have this. So when you do the minutes and you take it off, the blue lights, it's really got a greenish tint to it. As soon as you turn the blue lights on, it makes it more crisp. I don't know if that's going to pick it up there. Nah. At any rate, so that's in blue mode. There's light coming from the door, so you really can't see it. And that takes it back to all light mode. Just the whites and blues. So now, by hitting that button, I was able to take control. So when you're not running it on a timer, you get the whites and the blues, you get a much brighter light. Folks, there you have it. The Beamsworks DA80. Personally, it's a decent light. If you don't want to go broke, don't want to spend $200-300 on a light, or $100 and whatever dollars on a light, this could be the light for you. If you're gonna want to grow high tech,
or highlight plants, probably not the light that's going to do it. The combo that I have set up, the NICREW and the Beamswork, we'll see. There are some highlight plants in there, so we'll see how that works out. But as for the light, it's pretty decent. Throw the timer on there. The only downside versus a NICREW light is that you can't ramp up and ramp down. You can't simulate 24/7. Once you get used to the programming on the Beamswork timer, you should have no problems. I actually stumbled on it last night while I was putzing around. Tank looked off. Realized that when I set the light up, as I mentioned in the video about phases or F1, F2 programming, I had them set so that the NICREW came on at one time, and then an hour or half hour later, the Beamswork would come on. And then in the evening, the Beamswork was going to turn off and let the NICREW run the rest of its timer and then turn off. Well, it turns out that I must have hit the phase so that the Beamswork went from white and blue to just blue, and my NICREW was uninterrupted, stayed full light, white and blues. So it's just a matter of going in and changing the phase. Had I changed the NICREW for blue, then it, that part of the evening, it would have went to just the moonlight mode, which would have been fine. So that's something that you can toy with, set to your preference if you decide to venture into either one of these lights. I will try to leave a link to the NICREW review so that you can see them both. And as always, have a blessed day. God bless, and keep those sleeves wet. And it's kind of funny or ironic that I always say that and my sleeves are always rolled up, but even rolled up, I still manage to get them wet all the way up to here. So with that, friends, I appreciate you stopping by. Take care. Rob from DeFreeze Aquariums. I'm out of here.